Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Today's video is a really fun one. I've never seen anyone do this before, but I might be mistaken, someone might have done this. But I'm going to be asking ChatGPT to recommend me books off of my physical TBR based on my favourite songs. So I was actually going to do this in a reading vlog, but just because I'm having a lot of life changes this month, I'm not sure if I want to commit to another reading vlog other than like a Throne of Glass one. As you would have seen, I started the Throne of Glass series, which is really fun. Yeah, I don't want to commit to another reading vlog, so I'm doing it in this TBR video, and this is my first official TBR video, which is really fun. I'm starting my new job this week actually, so I don't really know what sort of my schedule is going to be like. I'm obviously still going to post, but my content might be a little bit different and it might take me a bit of time to adjust, but please stick in there. I feel like we should pretty much just get into it. I'll just briefly explain what I am doing. So I have an ultimate favorite playlist on Spotify. It has 131 songs on it. There are some songs on there that I probably wouldn't consider my favorite songs, but they have like a memory or just something about them that I really love. But obviously a lot of them are my favourite songs. And then I have given ChatGPT a list of my books on my physical TBR. I've put a lot of them, and not many of the fantasy ones, obviously, because I have started Throne of Glass and I don't really want to start another fantasy series. And I've kind of given them a few priority books that I would really quite like. I also wanted to say I don't think Kiss Me is going to come up because we're kind of starting on that, so I don't think it's going to come up, but Kiss Me, Sixpence None the Richer, and You and Me by Lifehouse are like my favourite songs ever. So it would be really fun if we got one of those, but I'm assuming we're not going to. But yeah, we're just going to press shuffle and get into it. Okay, so I'm going to press next because we are already on the playlist and see what we get. I'm getting rid of all my clothes. Okay. Changes by Love. I don't actually know how to say that word. That name, sorry. This song is one that I do really like. It's not my favourite song by this artist. I like Me Better even more than this one, but I do really like this one. This song is kind of, I would say it's like coming out of a breakup kind of vibes. Basically, it's just saying like things change, it's gonna work out. That's the vibe of the song. And let's see if I can find any like good lyrics for this song. Yeah, so the chorus is, changes, they might drive you half insane, but it's killing you to stay the same. It's all gonna work out. It's all gonna work out someday. Moments living with your eyes half open. You've been thinking about these changes. It's all gonna work out. It's all gonna work out someday. So yeah, I'm gonna put this into ChatGPT and see what book it recommends. I feel like I'm just gonna hold this microphone because I don't even know if you heard me in that clip. I'm just gonna have to type with one hand, so it might be a bit slower. Okay, so the first song is Changes by Love. I don't know what book this is going to recommend me because it's a bit of like a personal song, I guess. I don't really know if a book will exist in my TBR that's like this, but we'll see. Okay. Changes by Love has such a reflective, bittersweet vibe, full of self-discovery and navigating transitions. Based on that, I'm going to recommend The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. This book is all about identity, change, and the impact of personal decisions as it follows the lives of twin sisters who choose different paths. It's deeply emotional and examines the changes in their lives as they navigate the complexities of race, family, and self. The song's theme of change mirrors the sisters' journey in such a powerful way. Both the song and the book really explore what it means to change in ways that feel both liberating and challenging. Okay, I don't know much about The Vanishing Half. My mum has read it and I do want to read it. I feel like that kind of fits. Like, I don't know what other book would have fit. So this means the first book on my TBR is The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. This is a literary fiction, I'm pretty sure. And as you would have just heard, it follows twin sisters. I guess their lives are changing. We're going to read about that. And yeah, I didn't actually say, but I'm going to pick 6 books for this video. So this is the first book. Okay, now let's see what the next song is. Yay. One of my favourite Taylor Swift songs. I haven't actually put my favourite Taylor Swift song on. Actually, no, it must be. My favourite Taylor Swift song is obviously All Too Well 10-minute version, but Don't Blame Me is my second favourite. And I don't actually think it's on this playlist, so that's a mistake on my part. But the one is definitely in my like top 10 Taylor Swift songs. It's my favourite on Folklore. I really love this song. I don't again know what book this will choose because it's similar sort of vibes to Changes in the way that it's a song that's like after a relationship, I feel like, and like it would have been fun if you would have been the one. I don't know what book this is going to choose. Like maybe I do have the X Files on here, so maybe it will go down that route of like a second chance at the romance, but the one is very much like it's moving on from the relationship. Like it would have been fun, it's not going to be fun, you know? So maybe the X Files. Let's see what ChatGPT chooses for this song. Then what's about the one? I don't know why I did that in capital. By Taylor Swift. Okay. The One by Taylor Swift has that nostalgic, almost wistful feeling of looking back at a past relationship, reflecting on what you could have been, and accepting things as they are. It's all about the bittersweetness of love and loss, with a sense of longing for something that didn't work out. For this, I'm going to recommend Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. This book delves into a second chance romance with a similar vibe. Two people who were once in love lost touch and then reconnect later in life, facing the echoes of their past and the lingering feelings. It perfectly captures that longing for something that's no longer the same, much like The One does, where there's a sense of wondering what if, but also coming to terms with how things turned out. Okay, so kind of similar vibes to the X Files, obviously. It's another book where it's a second chance romance. I'm not gonna lie, I have put Love and Other Words off for years. It's just a book that really scares me because I read Every Summer After by Carly Fortune and I loved that book. I absolutely loved it, but it broke me, like really broke me. I've never been through what the characters in that book go through, but my heart physically hurt after reading that. And I know that Love and Other Words is like that, but on another level. So I've been putting this off for so long. It just is a really scary book to me. But I do want to read it, and I know I want to read it. I'm just not sure if this will be the month for reading it. I actually have the original copy as well, the original UK cover, and I really don't like this. But that just shows how long I've been putting it off. But I know that this is a good book, and I know that it does relate to The One, like I can tell, but it's just scary. We'll see what we get next. This song, I really like this song. I know it's a bit of a random one, and if you're not from the UK and you're watching this, you might not even know this song, but it's I Love You More Than You Think by Rizzle Kicks. To me, this song is very much like you're a couple, but maybe one person isn't that good at like expressing how much they care for something, and I feel like I'm that way. Like I'm not very good with my words, to be honest. It's an upbeat song, so good vibes, but it is like kind of personal at the same time. So yeah, I'm sure most of you probably haven't heard this song before, so I'm going to read you a few of the lyrics. Then I forget to remind you of your greatness, and I never want you feeling unappreciated. I love you more than you think I love you. But believe that I'd be there in a second if I was ever needed by your side. I think that we know each other really well. I know I want to know you for the rest of my life because no matter the length of time that's gone by, when I see you, it's fine. It's like I just saw you last night. So it'd be interesting to see what book is recommended. I'm going to assume again another romance, but we'll see. I love you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. I love you. I don't know why I'm doing capitals either. It's just making it harder for me than you think by Rizzle Kicks. Okay. I Love You More Than You Think by Rizzle Kicks has this fun, upbeat vibe with a deeper undertone of affection and reassurance. It's playful but still has that sense of deep connection and emotional honesty. Based on that, I'm going to recommend Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. This book dives into a love that is intense, layered, and full of raw emotions. The couple in Before I Let Go goes through a lot, and despite the challenges, there's this deep, undeniable connection between them, much like the song's energy of giving all that love and more. I don't know if that made sense. This book explores how love can be both exhilarating and overwhelming, but always worth it in the end. The book also deals with second chances, but it's about realizing the depth of your emotions and fighting for what you truly care about. I think this one aligns with the song's spirit of loving more deeply than expected. Okay, interesting. I know that Before I Let Go has like hardships in their relationship, so that I can see that aspect of it for sure. I'll be intrigued to see if Before I Let Go is as upbeat as this song, because this song is very upbeat, and I feel like maybe if one of the characters was very like outgoing to kind of like cover that emotional side, I guess, then I could see the relation. So yeah, I'll be adding Before I Let Go by Kennedy Wright to my TBR. If I do read this month, I'll definitely let you know if I think that matches the vibe. Okay, let's see what song we get next on shuffle. I literally kind of predicted this earlier, but we got All Too Well 10-minute version by Taylor Swift. I'm so intrigued to see what this recommends, because this song, as you probably know, it's so deep. I feel like so personal as well to Taylor Swift. So I don't know what book it's going to choose for this. All Too Well 10-minute version. Taylor. I've given up on the capitals. Sorry guys if that annoys you. Okay. What a masterpiece. Yeah. Okay. The song is emotional, raw, and a deep dive into a relationship's aftermath. It's about intense memories, heartbreak, and a longing for closure that never fully comes. There's a lot of emotional depth, pain, and reflection on the passage of time. For this one, I'm going to recommend The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. The book deals with a past love and the emotional weight that still lingers when you've gone through something life-changing with someone. Much like All Too Well, it's about revisiting past emotions, the moments that made you who you are now, and the complexities of navigating those feelings. The lingering impact of love, heartbreak, and trying to move on is at the core of both the song and the book. Both capture that deep reflective sadness and the emotional scars that stay with you even as you try to move forward. I think the emotional intensity in All Too Well pairs beautifully with the heartache and depth found in the X-Files. I think this is really unfair to ChatGPT, to be honest, because I don't think I have any books on my TBR that could relate to this song. So I do appreciate what they have done. I feel like this is the only book that they could have chosen, because obviously it's a second chance romance. So there is that like pain from breaking up in the first place, and like I guess being back with that person is going to bring up more of the painful memories. So yeah, I definitely see why this has been linked, but I don't know if I would have chosen it, but I don't know what I would have chosen, to be honest. However, I am not complaining because I really want to read this, and I was probably going to read it this month anyway. I haven't heard any bad things about the X-Files yet, so I'm happy with this. I don't think it's going to give me All Too Well vibes, to be honest. I think it's going to be a bit more happier in the end. Let's see what is next. I don't know how this is going to work. If you don't know Supermassive Black Hole, I feel like most people have heard the like main instrumentals of the song. It was in Twilight, which is like why it has like a little memory link to it for me. Like it's kind of a love song, but it's kind of not a love song. Let's see what they recommend. Super massive black hole by Muse. I just saw it. Okay, this is so exciting. Supermassive Black Hole by Muse has that edgy, intense energy full of mystery, desire, and a bit of an otherworldly vibe. It's a song that evokes feelings of power, chaos, and passion wrapped in a haunting, almost sinister undertone. That's definitely correct. For this one, I'm going to recommend Air of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. This book is filled with dark energy, a fierce protagonist, and plenty of complicated emotions. It has that raw, intense power and mystery that Supermassive Black Hole channels. Air of Fire features a character, Selena, who is struggling with her own internal battles, facing powerful forces and wrestling with desires that pull her in different directions, just like the song's intense, almost magnetic pull. The song's themes of being caught in something all-consuming align with the challenges Selena faces as she grapples with her identity, her power, and the darker elements of her world. The intensity of the song mirrors the stakes and emotions in Air of Fire, making it a perfect fit. I love that. Okay. So obviously again I was going to read this month anyway, so it's really exciting that I got Air of Fire. I can see where this is coming from again. I have read the other books so far. I wouldn't say that they have Supermassive Black Hole vibes, but I can see how this one can do just because of the way Crown of Midnight ended. I feel like there's very few songs on my favourites that would relate to this book, so I'm glad that they have found one, and I also feel like it does somewhat relate, so I'm really happy with that. Let's go on to the final song, the final book that I'll be putting on my TBR. Oh, that was really loud. Okay, so 10,000 Hours by Dan and Shay and Justin Bieber. This song is obviously a love song. I just really like this song. I don't know what it is. I think it's just sweet. And I really like Dan and Shay anyway. And then Justin Bieber, obviously. I feel like everyone likes Justin Bieber. Like, he has some really good songs. So I'm obviously going to get romance for this one because I don't think he'll give you anything else. It's just a cute song. Do you miss the road that you grew up on? I feel like it is accepting the person in your romantic life as a person, and like you are accepting of what they have lived through the past, and like that's how they have become the person that you have fallen in love with. I feel like that is kind of what the song is getting at, and it's just all the little questions. Do you love the rain? Does it make you dance? Did you get your middle name from your grandma? Like, there's loads of little questions about that person and like trying to learn about that person. I really like that. So I'm excited to see what book ChatGPT recommends for this one, because I feel like it should be a really sweet romance book. Finally, 10,000 Hours by Justin Bieber and Dan and Shay. Okay, this is going to be so interesting. 10,000 Hours by Justin Bieber and Dan and Shay has such a sweet, sincere vibe. It's all about the depth of love and the commitment to truly understanding someone. The song expresses devotion, the idea of putting in the time and effort to build something lasting, and the joy that comes from truly knowing and caring for someone. For this one, I'm going to recommend Daydream by Hannah Grace. This book is a romantic, heartwarming read that focuses on finding love after experiencing heartbreak. It's all about the deep emotional connection that builds slowly, with both characters putting in time and energy. Putting in the time and energy to understand and support each other. Just like 10,000 Hours, the idea of being willing to spend endless time with someone and learn everything about them is central to the story. Daydream carries that sense of steady growing love and devotion, just like the song. It's perfect for those moments when you want to be reminded of the beauty in patiently nurturing a relationship and allowing it to evolve over time. Okay, that is so cute. I hope that Daydream is like that, because I've been wanting to read it for a while. I did read Icebreaker quite a while ago and I really liked it. I rated it 5 stars, and I don't know if that would still hold necessarily, but I did find the couple in that book had a really like strong connection, and the found family in that book was so good. The second book, Wildfire, I didn't hate it. Like, I did like it, but I do feel like it would have probably been better in my head if it wasn't in this series. So that's kind of why I put this one off for, I think it's been out for a year now, so I put it off for a year. As everyone says, Henry is like the best main character, oh no, not main character, male character in this series, and everyone was really excited to see his story. I feel like I have seen somewhat mixed reviews on this though, so that's another reason I put it off. I can see how this song relates to it, just because I think Henry is quite like reluctant in love, and I could see how maybe she is someone that's like trying to learn about him and learn how he is going to love in a relationship, and maybe there is that like reluctancy between them both. So these are the 6 books that were chosen by AI for my May TBR. So we had The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett, which was recommended based on Changes by Love. Then we had Love and Other Words, which was recommended based on The One by Taylor Swift. Then the song we got was I Love You More Than You Think by Rizzle Kicks, and AI recommended Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. And then we got All Too Well 10-minute version, and AI recommended The X Files by Jessica Joyce. And then Air of Fire, which I'm super excited about, was recommended based on Supermassive Black Hole by Muse. And then finally, obviously, 10,000 Hours, which AI recommended Daydream for. So yeah, I'm really excited to read all of these, to be honest. They're all relatively high on my TBR, and they're all books that I think I will rate relatively highly as well, which is super exciting. I don't know if I will read all of these in May, as I did say I'm going to be reading Verona Glass this month, but I am also starting my new job, so I don't know how much I will actually end up reading, but this is definitely a great start point. I will read these all at some point, so I'll definitely let you know if I think the songs do relate or not. But these are all good songs and all good books, and I'll definitely do this again because it was really fun. And yeah, let me know if you do this, or if anyone has done this. I would love to watch those videos because this has been so fun. Thank you for watching. I will see you next Wednesday in my next video.